All right, here's your quiz. I've got a packets, destination, IP address is going to match rows 112 and 456. Okay. Here's your question. What row in the routing table will the router look at first? When it's looking for matching rows. Okay, so a packet comes in. This router has a decent sized routing table. It matches. It's going to match rows 112 and 156. So which row does it start with when it's matching rows?
Whichever row was the first entry.
Row 1, right? This is always a trick question. So row 1, boop. Right, quiz number 2. Here's a tougher one. I got 1,000 packets that are going to arrive consecutively at a router, all with the same destination address. Okay, so someone's downloading, let's say, a movie off of Netflix. 1,000 packets arrive consecutively. Okay, the routing table, this is on the backbone of the internet, and it has 10,000 rows. Okay, the match is going to be 2 rows. So in total, here's our question. How many rows are examined? Sorry, I'm running out of space. 10,000?
It examines all of them.
It examines all of them every time. So it's 1,000 times 10,000. Yeah, I think that's what you're getting at. It's going to go through every time. It doesn't just go through once and match the 2 rows. Every time it comes in. Because you have to remember, when a router is connected, it assumes it might be in a mesh, and it worries about links going down. Okay? So suddenly one of its preferred paths might go down, and then it might have to go around. Okay?
So
that could happen in the middle of the 1,000 packets.
So would it be 20,000? Like 2 rows matched?
No, it's going to
Matching-
examine every row. That's the key.
Yeah. So
Looking for matching rows, it looks through all 10,000 rows for all 1,000 packets.
Okay, so it's.
So it's 10 million.
Okay.
It's going to do 10 million examinations total. Another reason why routers are a little expensive. Okay. All right. So last thing is that routers continuous share their information with each other using, and there's various routing protocols. Okay, and I'm not going to get into all of them. There's RIP, OSFP, etc. But basically, what it's doing is sending routing table updates. Okay, and that's what I want to note as I go back here. You remember here I had the first 4 rows, that those were configured because I set up each interface to be connected to a certain subnet. Okay? These other entries came from these other routers. So this router here, the 22.2, it told my router that it was connected to 172.30.23. Does that make sense? So if we look here, so here's 22.2, right? Well, I better put it in the other one. So 22.2 is here. Whoop, there it is. 22.2 is here. It's connected to 30.23. So in its routing table, it has that connection recorded. It shared that information with internal router. And that's where that row came from. Can you all see that? So now we know here, 22.2, this router shared with me, my internal router, whoops, that it was connected to 23.0. This router shared that with me. Okay? Now, if suddenly this connection goes down to this subnet, this router will then change, send an update to me, and I can go through and delete that entry from my routing table, saying it's gone. Okay? That's why they're going to look through the whole table every time. Okay? Same thing with these other ones. So this router here, the 21.1, that's also sending information to me, to my internal router here. And that's where these entries came from. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 2 entries came from this one. I've seen them all. Where is it? Okay, so these, the entries of what this router was connected to came from here. And to keep in mind too, this internal router of the ISP also shared, or might have shared, what it was connected to. So it shares it. You know, it's 1 hop from me, then it's 2 hops from me, and now I know it's 3 hops from here. Y'all see that too? It adds the number of hops. So 1 hop here, 2 hops here, 3 hops here. 1 hop here, 2 hops here. Okay? So they're sharing information with each other. And that's another thing you set up. People debate which protocol to use a lot, and some of them are really simple and some aren't. And there's issues about what metric you use and other stuff like that.